Hello everybody, welcome to Frontier Mentality. Well, I am coming back out here in a little bit because I am taking all my blood corn off. Good Lord. Off. Because if you're watching the shorts, I found a whole stalk ran over there. Every bit of the corn had been eaten. There was no silks. The husk was left behind. So I want to show you. It'll finish darkening as I let it dry. Found out you can save these silks. I'm going to throw that silk away, but you can save the silks and make tea. It has a lot of health benefits, cholesterol, kidneys. It's a diuretic, so if you drink the tea, you have to drink it in the mornings because you don't want to dehydrate while you're sleeping. It's good for the bile duct in your liver. So if you're getting corn anywhere, farmers markets, save your silks. You can dry them out. There's many videos on YouTube land to do that, so do your research. Please give me a thumbs up. Many people are not subscribed. That's fine. I would like you to subscribe, but it's okay if you don't. Just give me a thumbs up. If you're subscribed, drop in the comments. Hi, how are y'all doing? And I'm answering comments. I also put all my corrections in my comments. What else? This is garden tour number 11. When I came out, it was 98 degrees and it is 7:30. So it's still very hot. We actually got some clouds, and I want to see if y'all can see this. Yeah, you see how beautiful and puffy the clouds are? Even though these are gray, but they're still beautiful and puffy. No chemtrails, no trails in the sky. And that's what we like to see. So let's get on this tour here. Like I said, when I'm done with y'all, I'm coming back and I'm picking all the blood corn because the critters are out. But you know, in garden tour number 10, I thought, green beans, who knew? I knew, but they're not green beans. I mistold y'all. So let's get this one here. Just sit y'all down and do it on camera. So these are lima beans, and you can hear it crack. Miss Lori, she's one of my friends. Look at how remember planting these? Look how beautiful, beautiful purplish white. They're lima beans, but they will cook and be solid white lima bean. But I will leave the stalks, but I'm taking the ears off when I come back up here in a little bit. But I mean, they're doing great. Look at this, a purple corn stalk. And I mean, everything's a experiment or thing when you're growing. Here's some more of the lima beans. I have to wait until they get that brown like the corn here before I can go harvesting them. And I usually just put them in jars. But yeah, so we're coming up and doing that. Let's see if we can find a butternut. She's getting bigger. And this is the one I said, green beans, who knew? Oh my God, they are green beans. There you go, y'all. I forgot what I planted to grow along my corn. But like I said, okay, here's the sweet corn. It's about a month behind the other corn. It's just now getting its ears. The butternut is still in there. There are more further down in there, but I'm not getting in that mess because simply It's high. I can't see the ground, and I don't want no part of it. I canned 7 quarts of green beans this morning. So there's still a few hanging in here that I see that I've missed. But it's kind of like you're hunting on both sides of this. But we're picking from this pole to this pole, from this pole to that pole, and then from this pole to that pole. Now the ones here on the end, we're leaving all these for seed. So we're not picking them. The green beans are getting really fat. They'll turn a beautiful brown, and then when it's completely dry, we'll bring them inside and save the seeds. We're getting a good bit of okra finally. Some of it is now chin high. Some of it's still waist high, which is fine. And like I said, we're sick of squash, but it's still coming in, y'all. And the ones that you see that are yellow on the tops, we've been having solar flares this week, and it's burning the plants. So when it's this up here, it gets shade now because of these trees. But if you have a way to have shade cloth, then and greenhouses and whatnot. But let's see if we can find this big one here. We're letting that go to seed. All the big yellow squash that we have in here, Bruce is just letting them go to seed. When they're this dark, they're just becoming seeds ones at this point. And y'all, I want you to look at this giant. Okay, this corn, let's see, my arm is about a foot, okay? And this is about a foot long. I'm gonna lay this on top of my zucchini. All right, here, let's lay it beside it. It is an inch further on this side and about an inch further on this side. So it's foot and 4 inches. So it's a dang big zucchini, y'all. But the yellow tomatoes, like I said, they're coming in kind of sporadic. They're big. A lot of cutworms this year back here. We've never had cutworms, so it's beating the worms to the tomato plants. What else is going on new around here? The hummingbirds. I really haven't showed y'all the hummingbirds, but they had their family, and they look like giant bees, and they're always hovering over the turkey fig. So maybe we'll see them. I don't know. They're so fast though. So we've been, the weatherman says it's 90, feels like 103, or it's 95, feels like 107. Yeah, in the south it's 107. I don't care. What that means is the humidity on the skin makes it feel the 107, 103. But I took a picture of my I took a picture of my thermometer. It sits in the shade. It will be the thumbnail to this video. And it's 100 degrees today. So I've been trying to keep up with how many days here in Northwest Georgia that's been 100. So it's been 100 since Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, so 6 days. And because I'm filming this on Wednesday, a shout out to my girls. That's right, you heard it, girls. They are 35 today. I have triplet girls. I won't even call them girls anymore, they're women. All right, here is the avocado tree. I'm trying to keep her from getting burnt, and then the lemon. I saw where the watermelon is beginning to get flowers. There they are. Let's see if we can zoom y'all in. Katydids are loud, y'all. So hopefully we'll get some melons soon. And these watermelons are also from Miss Lori. Miss Lori, you're just getting all kind of shout outs today. Okay. We just let our eggshells dry out outside. We crush them up, put them around our tomato plants. All right. Let's zoom me back out. Still growing taller than the windmill. Like I said, that's 7 feet tall. Here's the pepper plants. This one is really loaded. Bruce has it tied with the blue string, trying to hold them up. But we've got all kinds of peppers coming in. Sabrina came over today and she got to see. She says these videos do not do the garden justice. So, with that being said, okay, let's see if I can zoom out in right here. Up there on that pole, second pole over, is where that thermometer is that will be on the thumbnail. My marigolds, or Bruce's marigolds, when it gets to this stage, everything in here is a seed, just like your sunflowers. So, we are saving marigold seeds to plant next year. Here is the other baby lemon tree. And you can never, ever not do this when you're walking by your tomato plants. Sweet 100s. They're so tasty. But he might have picked it. No. These are later cucumbers. We planted them later. So, I mean, it's not the variety. They're just later. We session planted. So here, the honeydews. I'm going to pick. I'll show y'all the one I'm going to pick tomorrow. The butterhead lettuce. More peppers. More of the beautiful, look at that. Look how beautiful. Marigolds. Okay, all the brandywines are down here. Okay, this one here. I mean, it's way bigger than my hand. That's the one I'll be picking tomorrow. The mission figs. They have gotten really big. They're good and firm, so, I mean, usually I'm seeing this in September, and we're still in July. What else is coming in that's early? This is an old chicken coop. The roof caved in and chicken. But look, we got wild muscadines. This is something you don't see either until late September, going into October, and they're already on vine. So yeah, let's get us back up here to this part of the garden. The radish, probably need to cut these tomorrow and go ahead and take these in. They kind of look like peanuts. These are ready to be picked, brought inside. I'll just put them in a paper bag. And here's another nice size honeydew. Look at that. I say I probably got 25, 30 in here, maybe more. The other okra that's coming in. All this is sweet potatoes. And the popcorn. Let's see how it's doing. I haven't even checked this one. These are the ones I transplanted. So experiment worked. Popcorn or corn can be transplanted if you don't want to waste your seeds. You know, some people pull them up because they don't want them. Are they the milk stage? Yeah. So these are doing good. I'm not too worried about these per se right now because they are in the yard. Some critter takes it down, then I'll be out here taking these down as well. Where did I set my corn down at? Probably left it up there by that. No, put it on the Jeep. I'm tired, y'all. But we usually see the hummingbirds flying around this because it's sweet. Maybe they're in bed. But the huge crepe myrtle is putting out its beautiful pink flowers. This is my favorite of the crepe myrtles. I like the reds and the purples and the whites, but the light pink, I like the dark pink too, but the light pink is my favorite. And then this one here was a sprout from this one here. So yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. So the ginger's doing good. I let Sabrina, she is family, and she came out and visit to check the garden. Did you know when you eat a ginger leaf, straight up tastes like ginger? So you can use it to chew on and stuff when you got an upset stomach. Now, okay, let's see. Messy porch. I've got to clean this off tomorrow. And I'm going to have to be careful because there's huge old bees up here. Maybe they're used to my smell. Let's see. Alright, the temperature says, where y'all at? There it is. There we go. It's at 95 now. At 7:30. Sorry for weaving you. Let's go over here and sit down for just a second. Have a chit chat, and then I'll let everybody go. And would hope that y'all have a blessed day. But let's sit down under the swing for a minute. Listen to these beautiful katydids as they sing to us. That's a lot of walking when it's hot. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we're still stocking up flour, cornmeal. If you're if you're just a husband and wife, elderly, Jiffy Jif, I think cornmeal is a good one to stock too. You can just pop those little things in the freezer, still for 3 days. Your flour, your cornmeal, your bread flour, any rice or dried beans, put them in a freezer. And then, like, if you have a 5-gallon bucket, this works great for your rice and your beans. After you freeze them, open them up, put them in a 5-gallon food grade bucket. You can do your research and see which triangles are the food grade and start filling up a 5-gallon bucket. A 5-gallon bucket will last one person, a full 5-gallon bucket, one person for a year. So if you get 2 buckets, you see where I'm going? You can build slowly. So if you're a pinto man or black beans, or now the kidney beans is slightly different in how you store, and we'll get that in another video. It's better to go ahead and cook those, pressure cook them and put them on the shelf that way. But you can do black-eyed peas, you can do navy beans, yellow beans, even, what are those things that I don't like? There's zombo beans that makes hummus. So yeah, there's many different proteins that you can, in the vegetable world, that you can stock up on. If you're buying meat, go to your local butcher markets and ask for something that hasn't had one of these put in it, because they are putting that stuff in your food. So, that being said, if you can find somebody that has a cow for sale, buy the cow. Or if they're taking it to butcher, buy half of it or buy all of it. You can can all meat. Can fish, you can can beef, you can can chicken. And I'm sure there's local people around your area who are willing to teach. You could look into senior citizens, where the older people meet. That's kind of like a club for them. You can meet there. You can ask, do any of you ladies know how to can? Any of y'all willing to teach? Here comes the train, so let's go. Please stay safe, please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out. And I'll let y'all listen to How Crazy Loud. Everybody stay safe.